Let me be clear from the beginning. This message isn't for the faint of heart. It isn't for those who want to be liked by everyone or who crave approval. This is for the people who are tired of playing small, tired of being stepped on, and ready to take control of their lives with conviction. If you're still stuck in the habit of being too friendly, this speech is for you. Being friendly is generally seen as a virtue. We teach children to be polite. We reward niceness. But there's a tipping point where friendliness stops being a strength and starts becoming a liability. Excessive friendliness is not compassion. It's avoidance. It's a defense mechanism. It's the easy way out. People who are too friendly often avoid conflict, shy away from asserting themselves, and agree to things they don't believe in. They want to keep the peace. They want to be accepted, but in doing so, they betray their own needs, values, and ambitions. They trade power for comfort and wonder why they feel stuck, disrespected, or overlooked. Let's talk about what it actually costs you. Lost time. You say yes when you should say no. You give time to people who don't value yours. You stretch yourself thin helping others while your own goals collect dust. Lack of respect. People don't respect doormats. If you never challenge others, if you let people interrupt you, take advantage of you, or dismiss your opinions, they'll see you as a pushover. Suppressed voice. You have ideas, insights, and truths that matter, but you're too afraid to say them. You silence yourself to avoid offending anyone, and that silence stunts your growth. Burnout. Pleasing everyone is exhausting. When you carry everyone's load, you collapse under the weight. And still, they expect more. Here's the painful truth. No matter how friendly, kind, or agreeable you are, not everyone will like you. That's a fact of life. Trying to please everyone is not only impossible, it's self-destructive. People respect boundaries, strength, and clarity. They respect those who know who they are and what they stand for. You don't need to be harsh, but you do need to be real. There's a big difference between being respected and being liked. If you chase likability, you'll forever be at the mercy of others' opinions. If you chase respect, you build unshakable confidence. Let's not confuse assertiveness with aggression. You don't need to be a jerk. You don't need to yell or dominate others. But you do need backbone. You need to know how to say, "No, that doesn't work for me. I disagree. I'm not available. This is my boundary." These are not rude statements. They are powerful ones. When delivered calmly and clearly, they command respect. The world responds to clarity and certainty. Too much friendliness clouds both. If you have no boundaries, people will test you, intentionally or not. Boundaries protect your time, energy, values, and focus. Without them, you're living on other people's terms. Friendly people often let boundaries slide to avoid discomfort. But every time you do that, you teach others that your needs don't matter. You teach them that you're available for anything, anytime. You become predictable, easy to manipulate, and easy to ignore. Stand up. Speak out. Say what you need. Protect your space. If people leave because you enforced a boundary, let them go. You're better off without them. Leadership, whether in business, life, or relationships, is not about being liked. It's about being clear, consistent, and courageous. Great leaders make tough decisions. They speak hard truths. They challenge the status quo. And yes, they ruffle feathers. But they earn respect, build trust, and get results. You can't lead if you're afraid to upset anyone. People crave authenticity, not perfection. They'd rather follow someone who's real than someone who's constantly seeking approval. When you stop being too friendly and start being honest, your leadership potential skyrockets. How many times have you stayed quiet when you had something important to say? How many times have you swallowed your opinion to avoid conflict? That ends now. Your voice matters. Your perspective matters. If you have knowledge, wisdom, or insight that could make a difference, you have a responsibility to share it. Friendly silence helps no one. Courageous truth changes lives. Start saying what needs to be said, even when it's awkward, even when it's unpopular. People may not always agree, but they'll know where you stand. Every time you accommodate someone who disrespects you, you send a message. This is acceptable. Every time you say yes out of guilt, every time you laugh off an insult, every time you tolerate poor behavior to keep the peace, you reinforce that message. If you want different treatment, you have to demand it. Not by yelling, but by drawing a line and holding it. You don't need permission to protect your dignity, and you certainly don't need to apologize for it. There will be times when standing your ground means standing alone. That's the price of integrity. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but that discomfort is temporary. The regret of living a watered-down life? That lasts forever. When you stop being too friendly, you may lose some acquaintances, but you'll gain self-respect. You'll attract people who value your honesty, your strength, and your presence. You'll build a circle based on respect, not convenience. Be willing to walk alone. True strength is forged in solitude. Let's make this practical. Here's how to stop being too friendly. Pause before saying yes. Ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Do I have the time? Am I saying yes just to avoid discomfort? Practice saying no. Start small. Decline an invitation. Turn down an extra task. Protect your space. Set clear boundaries. Communicate them calmly. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Speak up. Share your thoughts in meetings. Express your preferences. Give feedback. Stop apologizing unnecessarily. You don't need to be sorry for having standards. Choose respect over likability. Make peace with the fact that not everyone will like you. Surround yourself with strong people. Learn from those who live with clarity and conviction. When you stop being too friendly, something amazing happens. You get your freedom back. You stop overthinking every interaction. You stop molding yourself to fit others' expectations. You stop living for validation. Instead, you start living authentically. You say what you mean. You do what aligns with your purpose. You stop apologizing for taking up space. That's freedom. That's power. That's how real impact begins. This isn't a call to become cold, closed off, or unkind. This is a call to rise with strength, to stop shrinking to fit the comfort zones of others, to stop editing your personality for approval. You weren't born to be agreeable. You were born to be great. Your dreams, your values, your voice, they deserve to take up space. Stop being too friendly. Start being true to yourself. Respect yourself, enough to be clear, firm, and unapologetic. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. The world doesn't need more nice people trying to keep everyone happy. It needs real people, driven, focused, honest, and bold. So, stop being too friendly. Be powerful instead. Be free.